out there. Of course, some of the teams they're playing against, in San Jose, in Anaheim, and this Arizona team are not very good either. But they've gone out and they've taken care of business and gotten the job done. All said and done here, though, I mean, Arizona opened the scoring in the first period. Carcone picked up his. Why do I just want to see Carcetti? I'm still thinking of The Wire. Picked up his second goal of the season to open the scoring. But we pick up the highlights in the second period, and here's where things kind of just go nuts for the Flyers. They're on that power play. They had a lead penalty in the first. They go on the power play, and 25 seconds into the second period, Flyers get the game tied up. On the man advantage, Travis Konechny with his point. And a bit of a rush opportunity on the power. I love how D'Angelo got his head up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure we know TK can talk. I'm sure he was letting them know he was there too.
Yeah, again, this is the kind of thing that, believe it or not, we have seen it in the penalty kill of these guys, looking up and breaking out and stuff like that. And it's been nice in belly kill, but it is the kind of thing that you would like to see in your power play, and especially when you're looking at the way the Flyers sometimes have trouble entering the zone. When you can just jump ahead and get behind everybody, you're going to enter the zone just fine. So, that was almost a penalty kill looking rush with the way the Flyers just jumped ahead of really 3 Arizona penalty kills.
Yeah. Great job on the rush there and get the goal. Gets the game tied at 136. However, it's the Coyotes who answered. Richie picked up his 8th, and the Coyotes regained the lead at the Hart. Hart was looking for a goalie interference call here, kind of motioning with chirping the refs quite a bit as well.
And I think when he looks back at the video, he'll see why it wasn't, because the puck deflected off the Flyer and hit Carter before the contact that he felt.
Yeah.
And there definitely was contact, but that contact was not the reason the puck went in as it turned out. So I certainly understand what he thought might have happened in the moment, but he'll look back and realize it was the right call.
Yeah, and that they made the right call at the video.
Not showing.
Yeah. Flyers get the game tied once again. Here, 4:41 in the second period. It is Joel Farabee picks up some loose change left by Morgan Frost and his 8th goal of the season. Yeah, great job, Farabee, following that play all the way to the net. First of all, the Milka made an unbelievable save on Frost. But that puck just laying there, and Farabee pops it in, and the Flyers get the game tied at 2. Goal assisted by Morgan Frost and Travis Konechny. So Frost has got his 2nd assist of the game, and Konechny's got a goal and an assist at that point. Let's go to 8:53 of the second period when the Flyers gain their first lead of the game. Great individual effort from 2 players here. That seems weird to say, right? Individual effort from 2 players. Well, Kevin Hayes starting this all off not once but twice, and Wade Allison finishing it off for his 4th of the season. Very tenacious goal there from Wade Allison. Great to see him.
Yes, absolutely. He was the one guy. We were talking about the 25 group from the pregame road, but he was the one guy on the trip that did not get the game on his team. So definitely great to see him getting in. I have absolutely no basis in fact for this, but I've been watching, how he's been handling the game overall since he returned from that injury. And if you recall, there were a couple of situations in the game since he returned where we were very, very worried that he was going to injure himself again. He got injured both times on plays going into the corner. First, the high ankle sprain last year in the rookie game, and then this year, his hip pointer. Again, a check where he missed and hit the ball. And you're wondering, is he playing? Is he worried about getting hurt again? And that's a tough way to play the game. So, the fact that he's able to, again, in a high-speed encounter here, come up with a goal and,
kind of bursting too, right?
He's doing the requisite reckless abandon way of playing the game, and so just hope that that's helping to bring his confidence back a little bit. If that indeed had happened, and he's just playing a little bit hesitantly, hoping to not again find himself on the reserve.
Yeah, absolutely. Lawton and Hayes with the assist, and at 11:42, Flyers gaining 2-goal lead. And Ivan Provo, I think it was only his second goal of the season. Here it is, his second of the season. Yeah, Flyers get the goal from Provorov, another defenseman chipping in offensively for this team. Gives the Flyers a 4-2 lead, and they continue to pour it on at 13:49. Now back on the power play. Got the power play goal to start scoring for the Flyers in the second period. And they'll wrap up the scoring in the second period on the man advantage. Kevin Hayes picks up his 10th. Yeah, 5-2, Konecny and Frost with the assist. So that second period was pretty productive. Let's wrap up the scoring on the BetRivers.com highlight reel at 15:02 of the third period when the Flyers get their 6th goal. It is the 6th goal of the season for JVR. And that would be how it would wrap up. Owen Tippett, Morgan Frost with the assist. Smitty, let's take a break. You take a break. And I got to call these numbers together for these multi-point performers here. Get out the advocate. But here we go. We'll take the time out. We're back with more here from the East Food Hall Flyers postgame show. Brian Smith, Jason Martinez on the BetRivers.com Flyers broadcast. Seven players on the team without a point. No, shit, that's amazing.
Four apples for Morgan Frost.
Yeah, he's working at Linvilla Orchard right now. It's Frost's second 4-point game of the season.
I'd like to see some more of those keep up.
Totally good away. He must love Arizona. 4-point game against Arizona there, 4-point game here. 8 points in 2 games.
It's a nice place.
Ain't that nice?
Nice opponent.
So Arizona to Arizona, 11 games, 5 goals, 8 assists, 13 points. 13 points in his last 11. I mean, geez, he had 4 assists coming into the game tonight on the season.
That's nuts.
4 tonight. No, it is more than 4 assists. I'm sorry. 4 assists over his 10 previous games.
Okay.
7 in the season. 19 points in 37 games. We're back live at the Wells Fargo Center East Food Hall. Brian Smith, Jason Martinez, as the Flyers skate off with a 6-2 win over the Arizona Coyotes. Arizona to Arizona. All right. Morgan Frost, right, in the game in Arizona, if you remember a while back, had a pretty good night. In that game, he had a goal and 3 assists. In this game tonight, Morgan Frost, 4 apples. Got 4 assists in the game. 2 games against Arizona. How about 8 points?
I would. We got a playoff series against Arizona. It's not that easy to do.
Yeah.
It would be useful. No, I mean, again, I'm looking at him and individually and the team in general, and it's like, again, your takeaway from that can definitely be that this is what you want the Flyers to be able to do against a team like this. If the Flyers were coming out against the Arizonas and the Anaheims of the world and just squeaking by, if they were just playing a 1-goal game, whatever, having to pull one out, that's a concern. The fact that they've been able to come out in both of these games and be in control of them just about the entire night for the most part. Because even when the Flyers were trailing, I felt like they were doing better than Arizona was. I felt like they were in control of the game, even though they were down. So the fact that they're able to do that against a team like this is definitely a very good sign.
Yeah, no doubt. Morgan Frost in the 11 games, including the Arizona game on the 11th of December through tonight, 5 goals, 8 assists, and that would be 13 points in those 11 games. So he played really well. He's got to keep it going. Certainly steps forward. He's got to avoid the steps back now. That's the big key. That's really the big key for him in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, let's look ahead at what the Flyers have on tap. They've got Toronto up next. Definitely not the Arizona Coyotes. So a bigger test. And what you want to do is you want him, again, like you said, to not regress. You want him to be chipping in at least chances, not points, game in, game out. You don't want him to go 5, 6, 7 games without a point, and you don't want to see him again blend in. You don't want to see him find himself again playing a kind of game where, as John Tortorella likes to say, just watch it. He said that about just about every Flyer, I think, at one point or another over the course of the season, because that's what happens. I mean, no NHL player, with the possible exception of the Sidney Crosbys and the Connor Hayes world, are going to come out and be standout players for the games out of the league. You're going to have ebbs and flows. And again, we're just hoping that everything starts to it ratchets up, calm down a little bit. They're not going to score 4 points a game the rest of the year. You just hope that ratchet back doesn't go too far back.
Yeah, exactly. Well said. So Frost with the 4 points in the game. How about Kevin Hayes, a goal and 2 assists? Travis Konechny, a goal and 2 assists. So those are the 3 multi-point performers in the game for the Flyers. Also on the score sheet, James Van Riemsdyk with a goal, Scott Lawton with an assist, Cody D'Angelo with an assist, Ivan Provorov with a goal, Wade Allison with a goal, Owen Tippett with an assist, Joel Farabee with a goal, Cam York with an assist. 7 players, skaters, that were dressed in this game. Delarier, Steeler, Ristolainen, Brown, Sanheim, and McEwen and Case are the only ones that end up without a point. Yeah, that's amazing.
That is. That's a team effort. Look at the shots. Anybody had more than 4 shots on goal. It was spread up and down the lineup,
led by Frost.
Yeah,
Frost, Provorov, Allison all had 4 shots.
And again,
and JVR.
You're going to do it in a game like this where you're in control, but the minutes. Patrick Brown, 11:02. That's the lowest time on ice in the game for anybody. So everybody
they really
contributed. It was spread out almost exactly evenly that you would expect. I mean, obviously your first line is always going to play more than your fourth line, but sometimes it's way more. Sometimes the top 6 was way ahead of the bottom six. So everybody contributed in this one, and it's another kind of addition to morale that John Tortorella is trying to get going right now.
Yeah, that's a good eye. I mean, 21 minutes is the highest minute total for any Flyer. And from a defenseman, I was talking to D'Angelo, connecting under 20 minutes and crossed 16:04. Working able to roll lines and can never lead like that, which is great.
Yeah.
It saves the legs and Flyers back coming up on Sunday.
They're going to need it because they got the back there. I mean, they've got Wednesday.
It's a home and home, right?
Yeah, it's a home and home. They're on Friday. No, Saturday. So. Yeah, I mean, there is a little bit of space here, but it's gonna catch up. They have a 1:00 game a week from Monday, Martin Luther King Day. So they're gonna try to get them as much rest as they can, and then if you're able to roll everybody evenly like this, it avoids you max out the top focus.
No question about it. Let's take our last time out here on the post-game show. The Flyers get a 6-2 win over the Arizona Coyotes. We'll keep the recap going and give you a little bit of what's coming the next couple of days as well. Stay tuned. We're back after this on the BetRivers.com Flyers broadcast network.
No.
Oh.
Well, we'll come back, and then you just go right to the billboards.
Yeah. You got to get up early, Pat? All right, I'll take my time then.
That's not nice.
Vito doesn't have a problem if I tend to pontificate. Oh, geez, relax. What are you back on worldwide orbit? Would you rather be on worldwide orbit, Harry? Oh, goodness. Multicast, for God's sake. I love giving him shit.
Yeah, I stopped playing these coaching for commercials because I just so leads.
Yeah. We'll wrap up quick and get out.
I want to talk about Hayes.
Yeah. I'd like to welcome him back to the party.
Yeah, that too.
He was clearly powerful. He's been really good, though, in these 2 games. He was excellent tonight. Mm-hmm. Pat didn't have our mics turned off for the first 30 seconds. Way to go, Pat. All right, we are back live at the East Food Hall Wells Fargo Center. It's Jason Martinez. It is Brian Smith. It's the Flyers and the Leafs. Well, we just talked about it. We said, okay, Flyers schedule late has not been the toughest. The Kings are a decent team, but San Jose, and Anaheim, and Arizona's Arizona. Well, that's about to change coming up on Sunday with the Maple Leafs coming.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you're not gonna have cakewalks all the time. It's gonna kind of ebb and flow here. January is not too terribly difficult for the Flyers because you got Toronto, then you got Buffalo, home with Washington. They're always difficult. Boston's off the charts, and then you step right into the back-to-back the next day with Anaheim, followed by Chicago, and then Detroit. So you have some opportunities here to test yourself, but you also have some opportunities here to build some confidence with some wins against teams that you should be beating. Mm-hmm. And so that's a good mix for the Flyers. They really had a bit of a murderer's row there back in earlier part of the season. A lot of people were kind of jumping down their throats wanting to do it. Didn't have anybody easy for about 3 weeks, and so now that that's going to kind of catch up with them on the backside here. And again, this could be a turning month, if you will, as opposed to a turning point. This month could, kind of set things going back in the right direction.
Let me give you an either or. So the Penguins with 44 points in 37 games make the playoffs, over the Caps with 50 points right now in 41 games make the playoffs. The Caps are wild card number 1 right now. The Penguins are the first and the second. And actually the Islanders are wild card number 2 in 39 games. They have 46 points. Which two of those teams make the postseason?
My instinct is I'm going to go with Washington and Pittsburgh there. I just think they're the more seasoned team in terms of
It's lost 5 in a
row. That's not going to obviously continue there. And when I just look at the overall picture of those three teams, if there's anything done at the deadline, maybe to add some pieces or something like that, I just feel Washington and Pittsburgh would be the ones that come out ahead there in that rush. But it's certainly going to be a dogfight there at the bottom of the pool in the East. Is not
7. The Penguins have had a 7-game winless game, and they're riding a 5-game right now.
And again, probably deserved a bit of a better fate in Boston on the Winter Classic. They kind of got the same treatment the Flyers did 13 years ago in Fenway Park. It was almost the exact same game-winning goal actually for the Bruins, and it's one of those things that they'll break out of, I think, sooner rather than later. But again, when it comes down to the whole body of work, I just see them both out distancing the Islanders a little bit.
No doubt about it. All right, let's wrap things up.
I just wanted to, congratulations to him. He's the Flyers All-Star representative. Obviously,
you should be going with them, Frank.
Yeah, it was great that he said too. It's just the nature of the All-Star game right now is that every team has a representative. That's just the way they do things here. There's going to be a fan vote, I think, for one team per conference, maybe, or one player per conference. But one thing I want to say about Kevin Hayes is, obviously Travis Clinton, maybe having a better year, but Hayes is certainly an all-star caliber player. And for those of you who haven't really seen behind the scenes of an all-star game, it's not just the player that gets to go. And that's going to be the beauty here of Kevin Hayes going to the all-star game. And hopefully all of our fans are going to get to enjoy it. He's going to be bringing a ton of people, and the centerpiece for his experience at the All-Star game is going to be his nephew Bo, Jimmy Hayes' son.
That's great.
He's going to be out there. He's going to be involved in everything.
That's
guarantee
fantastic.
it. The whole family's going to go with him. I think we have the interview up now on the Flyers social channels. But one thing he said today was that that was his brother's biggest wish was for Kevin to make an all-star team so Bo could go and experience it. Because Jimmy knew that he probably wasn't going to be an all-star selection. So that's going to be the biggest story, I think, that you're going to see out of that all-star game in South Florida on February 3rd and 4th and the Dane's favorite. It's just going to be fun to watch. Certainly no slight connect. He's going to be able to. He's been the one. He's going to get the more. But I would just think, from a fan perspective, I think you all are really going to enjoy what you see out of Kevin Hayes at this All-Star game. It's going to be a great thing to be a part of, I think, as a fan, just watching from afar or if you happen to be there. So our congratulations to him, and it's really going to be, I think, an enjoyable experience, not just for him, but his whole family and the Flyers family.
Yeah, no question about it. Well said. All right, let's wrap things up. Let's thank a few people before we get out of here. Let's start with our crew here at the East Food Hall. All of them did a great job. Great job, as always. Our on-set engineer is Betsy Deming. Our in-studio engineer is Pat Egan. Pat, who was on highlights? I'm not sure. Dan Fritz. Dan Fritz on highlights tonight for Tim Saunders, Coach Brian Smith. I'm Jason Martinez. You've been listening to Philadelphia Flyers. Actually, a 6-2 win over the Arizona Coyotes on the BetRivers.com Flyers Broadcast Network. Good night, everybody. All right, let's get out of here. Let me end our stream.
Hey, streamers.
Sucks on the screen. AJ said.
That's first, like,
We'll end on that note.